as we break down the fight scene from the first Bill and Ted movie. Strap in, boys.
So we are live. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the little bit of a delay. Just some technical issues.
Sorry, guys.
So where the first thing is that the last time we had you, Cody, Tub got in a little bit of a dire situation, and he was knocked down to a rather hurt situation. So he's currently at -4 hit points. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
Thanks,
So in that last fight, with where Ari and Miz went down, Tub took an arrow, and was a huge arrow. I think the arrow did like 17 points of damage to him. It was rough. And then he got stabbed, and the combination of both of those put him down, unfortunately. So the first things that we have to do is going to be death saves for Tub.
So should I be here technically, or should I skip down for it?
No, it's fine. We just gotta, because if we just have to see if he survives. Because if he survives, then he's currently in a prison, and if he's dead, then he's dead. And then you get to activate a protege if you'd like to hang out with Falon and Kara and any other proteges that are currently activated. So
Gotcha.
yeah, because they fled to Ismosfum, Falon and Kara, and Horst is currently in the jungle alone after managing a harrowing escape from the prison. So first thing is a death save. So the way the death save works is you're gonna roll a d20 and add your constitution, which is 12, but then you're gonna take away your current hit points, which is -4. So you're gonna be rolling a d20 and adding 8, and I'm gonna be rolling a d20 and adding 11. Basically, this is gonna keep going. If you beat me, you don't lose a hit point. If you beat me by 10, you stabilize. And if I beat you, you lose a hit point. And it goes on until you're past half your con. So you're going to die in 3 failed saves.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Ready, guys?
How many rolls total are there going to be?
If he keeps making them, it would be, I mean, it'll just happen until he stabilizes. So
okay.
yeah, it'll just go on until either he beats me by 10 or he fails 3 of them and then expires.
Oh, beats you by 10. I didn't catch that part.
Yep, yeah. If he beats me by 10, then he has stabilized. So
1d20 plus 8 for me?
Yep, 1d20 plus 8 and 1d20 plus 11.
Oh,
for
you
myself.
son of a...
Oh, I was going to
That is
gamble on somebody rolling a 1.
That is a great start. So at the moment, this would be a loss of 1 hit point. So you'd be down to -5. You don't have to adjust your character sheet because we'll just adjust it at the end of what
I'll just say
happened.
once I survive, okay? Yeah,
Yep.
do that.
So you now have a +7, and I have the same +11. So I'll roll first. Oh, you've got it.
Oh, sorry.
There's a chance.
Hey!
Oh. Now, there's a couple things that happen here. So you have beat me. You can do other things. You could choose to spend honor to automatically. So the difference is right now you've beat me by 3. So if you spent honor, you could stabilize. If you spent 7 honor, and then you wouldn't have to roll again. Or you could, try again and hope that you roll higher and I roll lower, and you don't even have to spend honor or less honor. So. Or you could just hopefully stabilize on your own.
I'm going for it, boys.
All right, going for it.
So, 1d20 plus 7 now, right?
Yep, it's still a +7 because you staved off death. So
Just to ask, how many fails are left in the chamber?
2.
2 more fails.
Okay. You
Now
one more?
this would potentially be 1 more fail.
Now you're dancing on the razor's edge.
Yeah, you are It's risky. One more time. So now you have a +6.
Gotcha. And you have a plus what to you? To yours?
Still a +11.
Just 11. Ah,
Just
damn.
11.
So if I
Just
fail this
almost
one, I
double.
die, or it's the next one I die.
If you
If I
fail
fail.
this one, it's game over.
And can I use honor if I fail that one or no?
Yeah, you can all use honor. You can
Okay,
use
yeah.
honor on any of these. So
I use honor on my last one then.
all right, so you're going to use 3 honor to tie that one and not lose a hit point.
Oh, I was going
Yeah,
to
'cause
the end.
you can only use honor on the last one that you rolled. So
Okay.
so
So
you could
if
use
I-
honor to not fail that last one, but you wouldn't be able to use honor on the 2 prior.
Right, but what I'm saying is after this one, if I fail this one, do I roll again or no?
If you fail this next roll,
Right.
Tubbs is dead.
Okay, I can't use honor with that, correct? That's what you're saying?
Yes, you can. Yep.
How much honor do you have?
I have 21, so I'm like, I rather wait to the end and then go from there. What do you
Yeah,
guys think?
because you could literally, 21 honor, you could just literally whatever you roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently these aren't penetrating rolls, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it, yeah.
These
No
will
matter what
penetrate if
happens
you roll a
after.
20. So
So yeah, I'll wait to after my last roll, whatever that
all
is,
right.
as my honor, okay?
Eli would have to
You're-
literally roll a 40 for you to be concerned.
Right?
You're not dead.
I'm not dead. No one can kill me. I'm Tubbs.
I mean, you're literally the guy who
Oh,
fell
yeah.
off of a building and died. Also,
Exactly.
so
I got a 23. You got a 12.
Yeah.
In order to beat me by 10, you have to spend exactly 21 honor.
See? I'm not gonna die.
just want to
So-
throw out there though that nobody's going to want to ever talk to Tubbs again. Though you are without honor. You are despicable,
No.
trash of
You're
a
alive.
dwarf.
So yeah,
Dude, I'm death worthy or whatever.
there are some dangerous things that would happen if you drop to 0 honor. If you drop to 0 honor, then your alignment changes, which means you would lose any spells from your god because you have to maintain the same alignment. So you'd have to do something to atone for your alignment change, and you would lose any experience you've gained since 2nd level. So you'd lose approximately 286 experience points.
Or you're dead.
Or you're dead, and then you'd lose all your
Everything.
experience points.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, if you have a background for your next character, then you'd literally be at the same amount of experience points.
Yeah, I gotta keep Tubbs.
All right. So you spend a whole load of honor and have stabilized. So under your honor, write 0, and then
Okay.
you have to change your alignment. And you can change your alignment in any direction you want by 1 step. So in any way you want to change that. So like your current alignment is neutral evil, so you could become chaotic evil, you could become lawful evil, or you could become neutral, like just true neutral.
I think I'd take a step down.
Okay. So the next step down would be to true. That would be to true neutral. So
Okay.
that would be shifting up, I should say. The other, this isn't quite. This isn't exactly aligned as the shift would be. So yeah, you'd either go to true neutral or you'd go to chaotic or lawful evil.
Oh
So,
wow, 0 honor really sucks. Also, by the way, dishonorable penalty of 1 to all dice rolls.
yes. And
And
that's
but a
the-
+1 to
that's the last
speed. You're
thing.
now a faster dwarf.
But you're alive.
Also,
Well,
a 20% experience point penalty until your honor rises to low honor.
Yes.
You're literally going to be gaining less experience now as well.
So it's
Throw
a
that into
little...
the package while you're making this decision.
Yeah, so it is a rough situation to be hopping into.
I don't even think I've been keeping up with the XP because I've been in and out so much.
Right,
Yeah,
but I just mean, since your decision was based on losing a lot of XP, well, now you're going to be getting only 80% of the XP everybody else will be getting.
Not saying like all the sections, I'm not sure if it's been updated or not. But
yeah, so it will have a pretty dramatic impact. But Tubbs will be alive, so that's kind of the balance there.
Alive,
Tubbs
and
is
now,
making a lot of sacrifices just to be alive.
and now you get to spend all of your time in prison.
Yep, you are currently imprisoned. So this whole time, it has been a day. So all of your wound, one of your recent wound has gotten worse by 2 points because you took 2 more days, or took 2 more. You failed 2 saves, and then you heal all your wounds 1 point because you've been imprisoned for 1 day. So Tubbs, even though you are imprisoned, you are unconscious. So at this point, Ari and Miz, you guys are aware of Tubbs being inside your jail cell. However, he hasn't moved at all. He's probably needed some tending to by the rest of you. So that's where you're at for the next few days, is unconscious because you're at negative hit points. So, Horst, you're currently out in the middle of the jungle. What are you doing?
Well, did the boat leave?
Yeah, so you will wake up after the next day and start hiking down to where the boat was, and sure enough, the boat is gone.
Okay.
It looks like they left some time ago. You can't quite tell, but you could roll a tracking check to see how long ago they left.
Okay.
It's hard to tell exactly how long they left. It seems like they were gone. I mean, they were here but 2 days ago, because that's when the last time you saw the rest of you, like Thalon and Ari and everyone else. So sometime between now and then is when they left, but you can't be more sure than that.
Okay. All right. I want to head back up to the camp, or I was
Okay.
in the cave, right?
Yeah, you were currently resting at the Nonish copper mines, and then you trekked all the way to the landing, the spot where the boat was docked, and now you've trekked back. And remember, that's a pretty long trek.
Right.
It takes most of the day to do that trip.
Okay. And I want to once I get back to the cave, I want to look over the cliff to see if there are any goblins about that I can see.
Like over the lip down into the mine.
Yeah, like like close to the steps. Are they on the steps? Can I see them on the steps? Can I see them off the steps, down a ways?
Yeah, you look down, and it's just darkness down below.
Okay. I want to make my way to the steps and try to reacquire that goblin short sword.
So remember, it is pitch dark down here. What are you doing for light? The campfire is currently gone, and yeah, they didn't leave any torches.
Okay. Can I start a fire? All right, I need that skill, right?
Yeah, well, you could try to do fire building. Yeah, it would be a fire building check.
Right. So I think.
Do you have any flint and steel or anything like that?
No.
All right. So it just takes a little bit more time then, but you eventually manage to get a fire started.
Okay. And then I want to fashion a torch out of a piece of wood.
Yeah, so you just have a burning brand in one hand. It's not as good as a torch, but it gives you a little bit of illumination.
Okay. And then I want to make my way onto the steps.
And where exactly did you drop the short sword? Do you remember?
I dropped it into the hole of the steps, and then I used it had wedged into lower part on one
Oh,
of
you used
the.
it as a like you'd wedged it into one of the empty
Yeah, well, I think it was part of my luck
empty
where
holes.
like I
Yep.
slipped on it, it wedged in, and I slipped on it to get me to the other side.
Okay. So it is. I mean, you peer down and it's still wedged in there.
Can I reach it?
It's hard because you use it as a foothold, but you can try to clamber down and try to pull it out from the stone.
Okay, that's
All
what I
right.
want to do. Do I need
Yeah.
to?
So you can reach down there and you manage to yank it out, but unfortunately, from being pushed into the stone and used as that, it has downgraded in quality one step.
Okay, that's fine. And then I want to make my way back up
Okay.
with it, and I think for the night do a survive or hunt for some food.
Yep. So make a survival check just to survive the night. Yeah. So you managed to find enough food to keep yourself going. You find some berries, some mushrooms, something to snack on.
Now, because I'm surviving, this is a game question. Do I
Yeah.
still recover a hit point every
Yeah. All
day?
your wounds still heal one day from resting.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so I wanna rest that day by the fire, and then the next day I want to um, make my way, see if there's another entrance, or search outside of the mine for another entrance.
All right. So you're going to be searching the outside of the mountain to try to find some additional entrance. How are you searching for it? Are you trying to like search just the side of the mountain? Are you looking for like tracks that lead to the mountain? What kind of method are you going
I
after?
think at first I want to look for any kind of steps leading from the mountain, any kind of tracks.
Okay. Yeah, roll a tracking check. So you kind of spread out and start looking around through the jungle, kind of near the base of the mountain, and it takes a little bit of work, but you do find what you think to be goblin tracks, moving like kind of moving around the outside of the mountain and heading back towards it.
Okay. I'll follow those tracks.
Mhm. All right, so you follow them and you start getting closer and closer, and they lead up to what seems like the edge of the mountainside.
Okay. Um, can I see anything? So there's no opening or a.
It the path seems to lead straight into the side, and there's a lot of like underbrush kind of just along the side of this mountain, and it just kind of leads into the underbrush, and you can't quite tell where it leads unless you follow them straight in.
Okay, uh, I wanna follow it straight in.
Okay. Are you trying to do it stealthily or
Yeah, I'm gonna.
anything like that?
Well, I don't wanna. I wanna sneak and hide
All right.
in what I can.
All right. So make an opposed sneaking and hiding check. So, and for that matter, you should make an opposed observation and listening check as well. So you're starting to creep forward, like through the underbrush, getting closer and closer to this, and you get maybe 30 feet away, and you see some movement in the brush. Just the brush wiggles a little bit, and then you hear what sounds like two goblin voices conversing between each other.
How are they 30? You said they're 30 feet away from me, or I'm
30
about
feet
30?
away in the underbrush somewhere. Probably where this tracks lead.
Okay.
The way they're talking to each other, they don't sound like they're moving. They just sound like it seems to be coming from one place. It doesn't seem it seems casual, if that's possible.
Okay. Okay. I want to sneak back out. Would I be
Mhm.
able to find this place again, like once I leave,
Yeah.
or do I
You
need
could
to mark it or something?
you could find it again.
Okay. I want to head back to the cave and um, um, put together some sticks, like with a brand with some like a torch, and then I want to bring
Mhm.
the torch thing back there, keeping it lit, and I want to thrust that through the underbrush.
All right, so you're gonna try to set this underbrush on fire. Is that
Yeah,
your goal?
yeah.
Okay. It's not dead underbrush, so it is still all green, if that makes a difference.
Okay. Is there a way for me to sneak into where I got to before and go a little bit further and thrust it into wherever they are?
Yeah, you could be able to you could try to sneak back into the actual underbrush and try to thrust it on them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I need a sneaking check as you creep up through this underbrush.
Opposed?
Yep. So you sneak through and you have this burning brand in your hand, and you start moving through this underbrush, and it actually is deceivingly a thin amount of underbrush from what it looks like on the outside. And you get in, and just a little ways in, it opens up, and you see an actual cave entrance. Uh, a very small one. It looks like a small tunnel, and outside of it are standing two goblins.
Do they see me?
They do not appear to have seen you yet.
Okay. Um. Okay. I think I want to leave,
Okay.
and I want to
Make a
head back.
sneaking check as
Make
you
like.
as you try to creep back away through the underbrush.
Okay. Opposed?
Yep. So this time you try to back away, and as you do, one of the goblins maybe hears the rustling or sees the burning brand, and turns and "Grah, grah, grah," and points straight at you.
Okay.
What do
I
you
want to
do?
rush them.
You're rushing them.
Yeah.
All right. So
With
you're
brand in one hand and sword in the other, and be like, ah.
all right. Roll initiative. Let's see what I've got for a map here.
What do you want me to roll? A D4.
Uh, D12, as you were trying to sneak away. Let us put. Hmm. I don't really have a great map for this, but
Sorry.
we're gonna go to this map right here, and I'm just going to draw this right here as the. So this side right here this is the mountain right here,
Okay.
and this is their cave entrance, this little path right here, and you're in the foliage right about here, and the goblins will be right there.
Okay.
So there are two goblins here and here by the entrance, and then you are about 15 feet away, right there.
Okay. Do I need to put my token on or?
Yes.
Okay.
And initiative. So they're going on initiative 6 and 13. So you are about right here, directly in front of
Okay.
them, following the path
All right.
into
Yeah.
this shrubbery, or through this path. And there's kind of a little bit of a clearing right here, and this is the clearing that's just right outside, and the underbrush is all around them. The underbrush that you're in, where I'm going to just draw in green, it's kind of a foliage about yay thick, and you're poking through on the edge. So on second, the first initiative is on second 6. So this goblin draws his sword and cries out something in goblin, gah, gah, gah! And that's his initiative. He pulls out a weapon and hue and cries and alerts his other goblin friend. And
Okay.
on second 7, you said you were just going to start running forward towards them.
Yes.
All right, move forward.
It's just one block, right?
Yeah, just one square at first because you're moving in a jog. So it's on second 7. You rush forward, and this goblin looks to his buddy, sees his buddy is still getting ready, and he meets you with sword in hand. So he's going to step up and attack you. You both are wielding short swords. You're both short creatures, so you both are attacking simultaneously as you have the same reach. Would you like to roll first, or would you like to roll to attack first or defend?
I'll defend.
All right. So he swings his sword at you. Ah! With an 18.
Is
So-
there? Did you put the negative on the sword? Since you
I
said
did put the negative on the sword.
Excellent.
What you're going to want to do is make sure that your character, since we've upgraded these character sheets, there's now a defense dice. There's a variable defense dice. So make sure that defense dice is on a d20. Or a d20 minus 4, since you're wielding it with just a one-handed weapon. Or are you using your brand to block?
No, I'll use the sword to block.
All right.
So it's
So
D20.
then you're d20 minus 4. It's one of the options on the defense dice.
Okay, but I roll the defense, the quick defense button, right?
Yeah, the defense button will work. It'll just now use that d20 minus 4 for you. So you guys tied. You perfectly matched it. So you just in the nick of time, you managed to parry it aside with your short sword, and then you can make an attack against him.
Okay, so can I attack him with the firebrand to try to light him on fire?
You can. You can try to attack him with the brand. What you'll do is you basically jab at him, and if he doesn't give ground, then you set him on fire. So you
Okay.
can just jab at him with the firebrand, and if he doesn't try to just back away, then
Yeah,
he'll
I don't
take
have a
damage.
weapon for that. So how does that work?
You just say I'm jabbing at him with the
Yeah.
firebrand.
I'm gonna jab at him with the firebrand.
And so you stab at him, and the goblin, sure enough, gives ground, so falls back to try to avoid this burning brand.
Okay, and
Mhm. And if you can follow him, if you'd like to continue trying to set him on fire, then the weapon speed of that is 10 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. So just hit delay 10 seconds.
Yep,
Or
I
to-
adjusted you to
Yep. No, thank you.
17. So next up is you're trying to continually push him back with this firebrand, and he's trying to jump out of the way and trying to dodge, and he's going to take a tactical move right here. So he's blocking the path. So that'll give him a -1 to his attack and defense next time. And he's just still, you guys are fighting back and forth. And on second 11, this other goblin is like, he's like, oh shoot, I actually have to do something. And so he is going to draw his short sword as well. And that'll just delay him 1 second. And he's going to step in to try to aid his friend. And he's going to try to stab at you with his short sword.
Okay. Same thing. D20 minus.
That's another
minus
18.
4, right?
Yep. The defense dice is the same. Just roll that defense. So you're jabbing forward and pressing the attack against this first goblin, and this other goblin leaps up and slashes you for 9 points of damage. Holy smokes!
You're on fire.
Yeah. So well, you didn't catch me on fire, but you took that much damage, and is that a threshold of pain for you?
Yes, sir, it is.
So you have to roll a d20 and roll under a 5. Or a 5 or lower. You did it. So you get slashed on the side by this goblin, and I mean it hurts like the dickens, but you're good enough to, stay in the thick of it. You're fine. You're doing this for a cause.
Okay.
And second 13. Do you want to change up your tactic? Right now you're still just attacking this one with the firebrand.
Absolutely. I want to slash at this one with the sword when I get a chance.
All right, so you're gonna stop using the firebrand and switch to the sword.
Yeah. Well, I have one in each hand, so.
Yep. So you could choose to attack with both weapons. However,
Okay.
that's going to lower your defense to a D10. You'll be rolling a D10 for defense.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
I'll
So
attack with both.
I'm going to add another token for you, and this is just going to be this is your offhand.
Okay.
And this guy is when you can attack with your short sword. So essentially, you're going to be alternating attacks. So it's going to delay you 2 seconds on your regular attack is going to go off on 17, and your short sword is going to go off halfway between your next attack with your brand. So it will go off on second 23. You'll be able to slash with your short sword, and then you'll just alternate with both of those attacks.
Okay.
So coming up next is going to be this goblin. So you haven't yet committed to, because you're still doing this one attack while defending with your sword. So you haven't committed to using 2 weapons at the moment. So you're still rolling your d20 minus 4 as this goblin attacks. This goblin did jump back away from your brand and did a tactical move. So he has a -2. So that is a 17. So yeah, you managed to easily dodge out of the way of that one. You're nimble, you're quick, you're able to. I mean, these goblins can't catch up with you. So that is a melee delay for this guy, and it is second 17. So you're still pushing the attack with your brand.
That's right.
Still against this same goblin.
No, he's closer, so I'll do this one.
All right. So you turn the brand and you're waving this flaming brand at him and jabbing at him, and he has to give ground to try to avoid that. So you're going to delay 12 seconds. So the one downside to using 2 weapons is it slows you down on both weapons.
Right.
So you're going to, instead of taking 10, it'll now take 12 seconds. So it's next up is their 2 attacks. This guy has given ground. So is at a -1, but he's going to try to still stab you. Grab. He got a 16. You're liking it. So you managed to just parry him aside. And melee delay. And now it is second 23. You're simultaneous as your offhand attack. So the one thing too is now you're going to be rolling a d10 for defense.
Okay.
Which one are you going to be attacking with your short sword?
Well, they're both right up there with me, right? They're both really close to
They're
me,
both
right?
right up there with you. Yep.
I'll attack this one right here.
Okay. So he gets a 17 for his defense roll.
So I got to change that to a D10, right?
Yep, a D10. It's not going to affect your to hit though. Your to attack is still going to be just a D20, but your defense roll is now a D10.
Okay. Nope.
All right, so you slash at him with your short sword, and that misses. So you're going to have to delay 10 seconds with your weapon, because normally it would be 8, but because you're attacking with both weapons, it slows you down by 2 seconds. All right, and then this goblin here that was also attacking on 23 tries to stab you with his sword. He sees you're fighting with both weapons, and he thinks he's got a chance. They've been rolling great today. You're rolling even better. Did you make sure to change it to a D10?
Yes, sir, I did. Yeah, defense dice D10. You
Perfect.
can check if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
It says a
So
D20.
you get a. Yeah, it says D20 minus 4. That might be something wrong with the code,
You want me to write
unfortunately.
it? You want me
So,
to do it again?
sure. Try it again.
Yeah,
Well,
still D20.
that might be just the. That just might be the code. So in this case, can you just roll a D10 plus 11?
Of course.
Thought I had worked out all these kinks, but
So a D10 plus
I
11.
guess not. Yeah, D10 plus 11. All right, so you got a 14, I got a 14. We tied. Ties goes to the defender. This goblin misses. And next up is the other goblin, who has a chance to attack before your flaming brand. He gets a 5.
So a D10 plus 11.
Yep. You're good.
I'm trying.
And it's your flaming brand. Which one do you want to go after?
Same one. This one right here.
All right. So he's going to give ground. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of space for him to give ground anymore. So he's got his back up against the wall as he's fallen back from you. He's not going to be able to move anymore. You've got him almost trapped against the wall there.
Yep. Okay. And then I delay? Oh, you took care of it.
Yep. And it is going to be second 31. This goblin will try to attack you. He's getting kind of tired of missing all the time, so he's going to attack aggressively with a 14.
And I'm still a D10 plus 11. I'm sorry.
Yes, that is correct. You're good. He lunges at you as he's trying to slash at you, and it's just not enough. You're too nimble. You're too quick on your feet. And it is your offhand attack, your short sword. Which one would you like to go at?
The one that's pressed up against the wall.
All right. He got a 5. And you got a critical hit. So that critical hit will penetrate to a 30, a total of a 30 to hit. So roll your damage. So you 4 points of damage. Your total to hit was a 30. Your defense roll was a 5. Your damage was 4. He's got some DR, and it's a piercing weapon with a short sword. So you stab him in the fingers, like he throws up his hand to try to block you, and you do 2 extra dice of damage. So if you want to roll another 2d6 penetrating, then that's what you do to his fingers. All right, so 3 points, so 7 points of damage total. So not a crazy critical, but you did slash him on the hand. Even or odd?
Even?
So on even, you've slashed him on his sword, like you've cut him across the fingers on his sword hand, and he drops his short sword. So he did. So he does drop his weapon. So you slash him in the hand. He cries out in pain. Ah! And he is hurt.
Awesome.
And he's not threshold of pained, but he's rather hurt. And so that is your offhand. So then delay your 10 seconds again. All right, and this goblin here was going to attack on 36, but on 34 he actually has to pick up his weapon. So he picks up his weapon on 34. He feels himself pressed up against the stone behind him, and he's going to take a tactical move over here. And on 35, he's going to wait his weapon speed to attack again. And 39, we got this other goblin who attacked aggressively, and this time he sees you've cut his friend on the hand, and he's still going to attack aggressively. He's pissed off. So that's 10. So yeah, even rolling a 2, you're able to evade this goblin's wild swings, and it's your torch. What would you like to do with it?
I wanna stab at him. Jab it at him.
He's going to give ground. And you can advance if you'd like, or you can just,
Well, I think I'm gonna
shake him off for a
sidestep
second.
over here. Yeah.
Okay.
And then delay 10 seconds here, or 12.
I got you delayed 12 seconds.
Oh, you got
and
me.
on,
Okay.
on 43, this guy's gonna step back in to fight you and swing with his short sword with a 20.
Oh,
And you got a so that didn't penetrate. So, but you already beat him with a 21. So you managed to. I mean, he comes in charging, swinging, and you just. I mean,
I got a purpose.
you're very nimble. Yeah. So at this point, let's 1 second. Delay, and it's your offhand attack.
Okay. I want to strike it at him.
Okay. Roll an attack. Let's see, 14. He got a 6. Roll your damage. Five points of damage. He is not threshold of pain, but he is rather. I mean, he's getting hurt. You're cutting him pretty good. And we just wait a little bit as you guys are fighting back and forth with these two goblins. You're waving your brands and cutting through the air. And it is the goblin's turn. This guy has been attacking aggressively. He's going to keep it up. Yeah, they've got the numbers on you. They got to hit you. 15. So this one finally cuts you for 3 points of damage. A massive blow. And it's the other one who is going to follow in his friend's footsteps and aggressively attack as well. They're tired of fighting this dodgy halfling and want to take him down. So there's a 15.
It's a D10, right?
Yep.
I'm getting
Oof,
tired.
You rolled a fumble, so you're going to increase your fatigue by 1, and you get stabbed. So for
that's
7 points of damage.
And
that's
that is
it?
it. Yeah. I think I'm minus
Are
4.
you negative, or are you?
Yeah,
You're a minus 4.
I think so. Hang on.
So yeah, it looks like it.
It won't let me add another wound.
You should be able to.
There we go.
Is it working now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh, why does it keep saying wound 1? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
And my hit points haven't changed. They're just at 6. But I think 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
it says -4.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. There might be a bug or two in here. It seems like. So you go down, and we're gonna have to do death saves for you. So
Okay.
your con is only 10. So you're gonna die in 2 failed saves. You
Okay.
roll a d20 plus 6, and I roll a 1d20 plus 11. So I got a 13 to start off.
So d20 plus 6.
That is correct. So you beat me by 7.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I'd like to
You
use
can spend
honor.
honor.
I can or cannot?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You can. You could spend 3 honor and stabilize.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
So you stabilize. You're not bleeding out, but unfortunately, you're unconscious. And Ari, you're the only one that's conscious in the prison room. But after a little bit of time, it feels like another day might have passed. But they drag a limp Horst in. And your hand is still broken, and there's now 2 people that are unconscious and like tied up in this room here.
Yes, for Cody's benefit, I
now
broke
seems
my
like
hand trying to escape.
Yes, that is correct.
Ouch.
So
Yeah, I thought I could
this
get out of
seems
the
like a good
shackles by
time
breaking my
to
thumb.
this seems like a good time to transition into Ismosvim. So as 3 more days pass, so everyone who's in prison can do 3 days of healing. And once you do 3 days of healing, is Tubbs or Horst conscious?
That's a
How do
good
we
question.
how do we figure that out?
So yeah, so for days to heal, to each of your wounds apply 3 days of healing.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right, and it looks like Horst, you're still unconscious, but it looks like you got 2 hit points back. And Tubbs, it looks like you're
Right.
Yep. So yeah, you're still unconscious as well. So the both of them are unconscious. So in Ismosvim, Kara and Thalon, you guys have, it's been a rather uneventful boat ride back. It's probably been an uneventful everywhere else as well. And you roll into Ismosvim. It's the city looks rather the same as you left it, but a few weeks ago. There's still a bustling amount of trade coming in from the jungle, and there's drunken guards and people eating garlic everywhere, and there's trade going on. It's much as you left it. What would you like to do, Thalon?
Well, if memory serves, I'm out of money now. No, I have like 11 copper left. I'm not totally broke. So I can't hire any more mercenaries. Kira disappears with her mercenary for the time being. And I'm
Yep.
left to wonder, well, I have to go and find another set of rubes who are willing to come along with me into the jungle, and I need to not mention the mines, that they exist, and definitely never go there again. So I believe this is the
That
point
is
where I
correct.
will go and assemble the proteges.
Yeah, so you start searching around for people to help, people to ask you for help, and maybe you're sitting around at one of the bars and maybe talking and asking questions and kind of looking around to see, you're gathering information. And as you're doing so you overhear someone speaking on the other side of the bar, and they are you swear you just overheard the name Ari and Jahard, and it's rather confusing because you look over there and you see there's an old woman, an elderly Samosish woman who is speaking Samosish to a table of people who are drinking and generally rabble rousing, and then standing beside this older woman. Would you describe what this character looks like there, Theta?
Yeah. About 6 feet, maybe 6'2". Blonde hair, real flowing down to the shoulders. He is wearing his blue robes. Well, not so much robes as they have cut off, like torn off around the arms. Just blue pants as well. Otherwise, shirtless underneath the robe, as it's like billowed open. He's got face paint on. I don't know how that works in a fantasy realm. Probably just oils and
Yeah, what kind of face paint are we talking?
it's like wings over the eyes and down around the cheeks. Multiple colors.
All right, so that's what you're seeing, Thalon. And the weirdest part is it's this massive man, and it's this old woman, maybe about half his size, and she will say something in Samosish and turn to him and ask him something in a tongue you don't. Let me see.
I know
Do
a
you
lot of
recognize it?
tongues.
It is a tongue you do not recognize, which might be something that catches your ear even as well. And this big man says something to the old woman, and then this woman will repeat something to these kind of crowd, and most of the time she's kind of shaking her head, and they seem to be moving around. This appears to be some sort of translator of some kind.
Right. But I'll go ahead and stand up and approach, probably with like whatever drink I have around, and just kind of like go to the table and go, Excuse me for bothering you, but I believe I heard a name. Did you mention Ari Gerard?"
Are you asking the people that they were speaking to,
The
or are you going
translator
to where they're
first,
at?
and then I'll also point over to the person she's translating for.
Yeah. Why? Yes, Sonny. I did. Why are you looking for him, huh?
Because I'm a friend of his. And I was curious if maybe
Oh,
one of his
no.
friends happened to be here as well.
Why? Yes. There is, in fact. Why, this young fellow there, right, that I got helping me out is in fact. He's looking for him. Have I found him? Are you? And she turns towards you, Joe, and is this Ari? Not really what you described him as.
Oh, let me look over here. No, that's not Ari. That's not Ari at all.
Like you just wouldn't have recognized him in the beginning. Oh, it is.
That ugly son of a bitch couldn't be Ari. Why are you saying my brother's name?
My friend would like to ask how you know Ari.
I am Thalon, and I was working with Ari for the Gold Lion Trading Company for a short time. We since went on a mission, and he's gone missing. And I'm looking for more people to
Okay.
continue our mission.
Oh, he's gone missing. How dreadful. How absolutely dreadful. Oh, do you know where the poor boy's gone? Well, where missing?
Uh, Perhaps I could describe in detail later, but suffice to say that's all that needs to be said for now.
Ah, okay. Uh, Joe, dear, this young man, he knows you're Ari. Uh, he says he's gone a little missing, but he won't really share any details. He's rather cryptic.
You took the ugly ass bastard. If you don't tell me wherever he is, I will drag his our ass up and down these streets.
He like bonks you on the nose. Language, mister. Don't you go about using that type of words.
I'm taken aback for a second.
Now, what would you like me to say to him?
You let him know that by the words of the Power Master, I will harm his body until he tells me where my brother is located. I swear to you. And he will tirade on for.
She nods and nods. Yep. Okay. Salon, was it?
Correct.
Well, my friend here. She like pats his probably bulging biceps as he's like trying to be intimidating and flexing. My friend here would really like to know where his brother is. He's very concerned, and he has a healthy worry. Yeah, it's a very healthy worry. He would. It's really difficult for me to translate some of the things he's saying, but something about he has a lot of power and would like to. Well, he describes you as a shrimp. So, and he also made a few metaphors about that don't translate well, but something about snapping twigs and breaking bones. It's all rather crude. Would you like to have a seat, young man?
I think I would. And he has this sort of this little bit of grimacing expression on his face. And I'm going to go ahead and turn to translator and say, before I continue, I would appreciate if you were to ask him for his permission to touch him so that I may translate his words directly.
Uh, Joe, dear, this man would like to touch you.
Why?
I don't know what you young kids are into these days, but let me ask.
It is merely a spell.
Why? He says he has a spell. Now, I've seen these people before. They say they're going to cast a spell on you, but my dear, love is fleeting. So just be careful with your heart. But if you want him to touch you, you can.
You tell him that is completely and utterly unnecessary.
He says he doesn't like being touched.
Very well then. Then I will say what I intend to you. Then as his next of kin, it is my duty then to inform him that I believe that Ares is in fact dead over at the Nonish copper mines. On our
Dearie.
expedition, he went down with several mercenaries, and none of them returned. The word that we heard back was that they all died fighting against numerous goblins. The second thing I would like to address is that he called me a shrimp, and I will open up my robes, let them drop down. I have just, like the bare shirt. It probably also has like the ripped shoulders too. I just like put my arm down and hold it out. And I challenge him to a test of strength here and now to restore my honor.
Which one would you like me to repeat first?
The first.
Okay. Joe, dear, I have some some bad news. So this is the whole time while he's got his shirt ripped off and his hands right here on the table. And he, Joe dear, you might want to sit down, but your brother, it seems like he might be dead. This man here says Ari went in with other mercenaries to fight goblins, apparently, and it sounds like they died in fighting. That's what I'd like to say. Would you like a hug, my dear? I'm sorry.
I mean, you probably see like the veins in the head throbbing. He's getting red with anger, and he's puffing up.
And she's like patting his hand, and oh, it's okay. Sometimes we all have to cry, and it's okay to cry. Oh, he also, if you didn't see that little display, he takes offense to you calling him some of these names, and if you don't mind being touched, I think he wants to arm wrestle you.